so much for being with us. So you know the old joke about a cemetery that people are dying to get in there? Well, this Saturday, people will be vying to get into the Homewood Cemetery for a big Founders Day event that will celebrate the cemetery's 140th birthday. And here with a preview of what is planned for the day, Jennie Benford of the Homewood Cemetery Historical Fund. Jennie, great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Sure. So, okay, let's start with the cemetery. Talk to us about some of the history there. And I mean, some of the facts that you know, you're just a wealth of information about it. Please share with us what you think our viewers would find really interesting.
Certainly. Well, the Homewood Cemetery was founded 1878, so as you mentioned, this is our 140th. And we were founded as a nonprofit, non-denominational, non-discriminatory burial site. We're still all of those things 140 years later. We also were founded with the mission of being an urban green space, and that's one of the reasons that we have events to bring people into the grounds. We've got 9 miles of road, we're close to 200 acres, and we're an accredited arboretum. So it's a beautiful, peaceful space, and everyone is welcome to attend and to walk through.
And how about some of the people buried there that are very well known? Talk to us about that.
We have over 78,000 people at rest within the cemetery, and we've got people who everyone's heard their name and no one's heard their name. We've always been available for everyone. But some of the names that you may recognize: Errol Garner, the famous jazz musician and composer; Walt Harper, another famous local musician. The Frick family is there, of Frick Art and Historical Center. Some of the Hineses, some of the Mellons. We have people that you probably never have heard their names, such as Bert Garner, but he invented the gas mask. So very interesting stories.
What about some of the unusual monuments that you can see there? And I believe we have a picture of one too. Maybe we could take a look and you can tell us what this is, please.
Yes. This is probably the landmark within the cemetery, and if you go on Google Satellite, you can see it from space. Just so you know. This is the Brown family mausoleum, and we're not really sure why a pyramid, but we do know Mr. Brown was a very high-level Mason, and we also know the family visited Egypt at the turn of the last century.
Okay, so that would be fitting.
Exactly.
How about some of the other monuments there?
Well, that is a private mausoleum, and we have over 250 private mausoleums for private families throughout the cemetery. We have some sculpture, but not a lot. We err more on the side of architecture. So if you're interested, especially in Art Deco architecture and monuments, we have a lot to offer in that area.
And you have historic walking tours available as well, right?
We do. In fact, Founders Day is just one of the things that the Homewood Cemetery Historical Fund offers.
Yes.
Our current tour that we're offering is called Auspicious Pioneers, and that is in section 14, where some of the big names are, such as the Frick and the Mellons and Benedum. But this year we're just looking at the women. So we have stories of everyone from some of the suffragettes who got women the right to vote, to a woman who was married to an Italian count who made a living doing palm reading and being a criminal psychologist in the early 1900s.
Wow. So tell us what's on the program for this year's Founders Day.
Because it's our 140th, we decided we're just going to have a big birthday party. So with that in mind, starting at noon and going through 4, we will have Shakespeare in the Parks. They will be performing scenes from Two Gentlemen of Verona.
Okay.
We will have the Steel City ukuleles. And I don't know if there's a world record for how many ukuleles play in a cemetery, but we might be breaking it if there is one.
I hope you all do. That would be great. That would be really cool. One more fun fact to add, right?
And also we will be during the day we will start it with free yoga by Lynn Resigno, and that'll be starting at 10, so a little before the actual events start.
Okay. And you have some old hearses out as well, too,
We
right?
do. We have been working with the Professional Car Association. And you know how there are groups that collect antique automobiles? They collect antique hearses, ambulances, and other professional cars.
Wow, how neat. We've got some photos here, and look at
These are from earlier Founders Days, so it gives you an idea of the types of things we'll have available.
All the celebration that'll be going on. Sounds like so much fun. Jennie, thank you so much for being here. And again, I want to remind you that the 6th annual Founders Day celebration at the Homewood Cemetery is this Saturday from noon until 4. It is free, and it's also family friendly.